Yo, 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 what's going on, everybody? Thank you for pulling up to the cool table, right? This is a merger of the cool table and, you know, from far beyond the Milky Way galaxy. Oh, no, from the far reaches of the Milky Way galaxy, right? We got Retro Nerd Girl, our special guest in the house tonight, watching Dark City with us. How are you feeling, Retro?
Very, very good. Hello, everybody.
Hey, Retro.
Hey.
We're going to get retro activated.
Yeah.
That's been my whole life, actually.
Retro activated. You guys are coming up with some really cool things here.
Hey.
Retroverse, retro activated.
Absolutely, absolutely. Hey, that little into the retroverse, that was a tease to what was coming. The people didn't know. The cool table didn't even know yet, but that was a little tease. Let's see who we got.
I got lucky to find out first because he had to ask me for the thumbnail.
Why you spoil it, Austin?
I didn't say nothing, bro. I didn't say nothing.
Austin did. Oh, chill right now. We got in the building. We got DC Talk with Extended. What's going on?
DC.
DC been saying like, yo. DC been saying he was gonna pull up. So, hey, much love, much appreciation. We got Super Bro Corey in the house. Oh my God, Corey is in here.
Super Bro.
Corey, but look, Super Bro Corey is aware and taking over, right? Oh my goodness, yeah. And then he's saying, "Nah, say something crazy," because he could hear us backstage, right? We have a link in the description to the Discord, right? Where if you are watching this live, you can actually watch it over with Austin, and you can see the stream of it, right? I mean, is that how it works, Austin? Am I correct?
Yeah. We should be all good to go on that too. I'm keeping track of everything here, so it's up right now. Everything seems to be going fine. So if you don't have it, click the link in the description and then go into the general chat. You have to join the voice call in order to watch the stream of it.
Correct.
Yeah. But then if you don't want anyone to hear you, if you don't want to talk, you won't be able to hear. Well, I guess you'll be able to hear us somehow through this audio. Just mute yourself, and you don't have to worry about that. You can just watch the stream and stay in the chat on YouTube and follow along.
Absolutely. And yes, definitely subscribe to Retro Nerd Girl's channel. She makes super dope content. Retro, would you give the people like a quick summary of what you do over on your channel?
Yeah, just review a lot of old movies. I basically talk about all the movies I love that I grew up with, and I just go on and on about how much they're so awesome. So.
Yeah, but it's more than just a review. Like, she gives you details of the making of it, and like you always learn something new when you watch her show, man, and just put together well. Nice pictures. It's not just. But this is me. I just be talking, blah 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 blah. But Retro has a presentation. That's really nice.
Thank you. That is so sweet. It's a lot of fun for me. So I get nerdy about it. So that's when I want to learn everything I can about the movie, and I even try to come up with different theories why characters are acting the way they are, even though it's like. I kind of read into every little detail of the movie, and that's so much fun for me.
Yeah.
It's awesome, man.
Necron is absolutely right. Like she did a breakdown of The Fifth Element, right? I've seen that movie, I mean, countless times, right? Lost in Paradise, all that, you know what I'm saying? Like, I've seen that movie so many times. Her breakdown was so thorough. I felt like I had never even I felt like I hadn't even seen that same movie ever, right? And it was just insane. The level of detail that she goes into, and that's when I really saw the clear kind of separation. So, you know, great content. So we are watching Dark City, the director's cut tonight. Does anybody want to kind of share of, you know, any of their early feelings with this film before we get started?
Well,
I should go first because I haven't seen this movie at all.
There you go. Okay.
I'm completely new to this, and I love the old school movies that have been done so well. You know, there's so many classics out there that I haven't been privy to, and nobody in my circle would have been able to show me this. I don't think, like, nobody my age for sure, and all of the older people that I know weren't as cool as you guys to have seen this and put me onto it and be like, yo, this movie was the inspiration for the Matrix. I'll be like, what? I gotta see that then. Oh, and there's a director's cut. Like I said on Twitter, I got a thing for director's cuts, as you know, everybody here does. We want to see the original true vision. Give it to us and we'll watch it. So here we are. So thank y'all absolutely for putting me onto this.
Absolutely. Yo, when I heard that Necron, it was kind of like, I didn't like, he's like,
no, I didn't say I didn't like it. I'd never seen it.
He was just kind of like, man, it was like, whatever. I was like, bro, this movie inspired The Matrix. Like, what are you talking about? It's fantastic. I mean, retro. I know that this movie has a soft spot in your heart. Why do you think this film kind of clicked with you the way that it does?
Well, okay, so here I'm going to give you a little bit of history here. When I first saw this, the trailer for this movie, I was like, nope, I'm not having anything to do with it. And that is because the marketing really played up the horror element of it and made it kind of look like something like a Hellraiser. So I was like, nope, I'm not going to have anything to do with that.
Yo, see, that's why I love having retro on this channel, yo, because this is such a good point that I never even thought about. Like, she's absolutely right. They totally sold this movie like it was a horror movie.
Oh yeah, and I mean, it was truly it was very scary. I was like, just looking at the poster and just looking at everything, I was like, no. And then, of course, I saw it for myself about a decade later, and I was like, wow, this is pretty awesome. Look, there's so much subtext in like everything. This movie is like dripping in subtext.
Fantastic.
We love that. We love those movies, you know?
Yeah.
All of those movies have the double entendre, and you're thinking about it during your day, and you're thinking about a scene and the dialogue to match the scene, and then you go, oh, that's what that meant. Or you have somebody else tell you, and you go, oh, what? The double meaning. Yeah. That's I love that. That's my favorite part about art is the metaphors and anything that you can do. But yeah, I love, and that's why we love your reviews too, because for us laymen's, us people who don't see all of the fine details, you get to spell it out for all of us, and then we get to have that moment every time we watch.
Thank you so much. No, I want you guys to see the movie and enjoy it, but I don't want to interrupt too much, but there is like almost every scene you can spend 20 minutes looking at it and going like, okay, break it down. And it's just one of those amazing films, not to mention how beautiful it was filmed. Like, just looking at even just clips of it, you can see how the cinematography is just so beautiful. You can almost touch that world. It looks so realistic,
Man, I cannot wait. Austin, this movie about to mess you up, bro. This movie about to mess you up.
It's really deep. It's much deeper than you think it is. There's a lot of also conspiracy theory stuff in there. So, I mean, if you're into conspiracy theory, this is kind of right up your alley.
Oh yeah. Once again, everybody, if you are live and you do not have a copy of it, you can click the link in the description for the Discord, and you join the voice chat. I think you said, Austin.
Yes. You have to actually join the channel. Sorry, I was muted. I had to get back to this page. Join the channel. You can't just click on it. You actually have to like join the voice channel. And then when you're in there, you can see it'll say watch stream. And then you can just click that and it'll show you too.
Mm-hmm.
Leon is supposed to be popping up pretty soon, right? We was waiting for him, but he should be popping up pretty soon, and we'll try to get him a timestamp and all that, right? So, all right, if everybody's ready, I'm on 0-0, right?
Yep. I'm gonna stop my cam because this is already testing the lengths of my system.
There's a glitch in the matrix.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep a watch of everything though, so it doesn't spike out. But this might be StreamYard might be the only thing I don't want it. My cam might glitch out. You might see me do one of these, so I'm just gonna stop it while I'm ahead.
Austin's not real.
Austin's not real. And keep the Discord going too. That's the main focus. So everyone watching in there can actually keep watching.
So do you want to do a countdown before we hit the unpause button?
Absolutely.
Good idea.
All right, everybody. Hold on. I'm gonna give everybody another split second to.
Oh, I'm at 3 seconds. I gotta go back to 1.
What?
I'm good. Oh, stop! Oh no!
Wait. Austin's a bot.
I got it. All right, I'm 6 seconds in.
6 seconds, bro.
Now rewind that.
No, dude. I tried to stop it, but I couldn't, and I'm not gonna do it again, dude. We're good. Everyone, we're 6 seconds in. You guys can catch up.
So
it's like the New Line Cinema or whatever is just coming up.
Hold on. All right, hold on. Let's all get on 6 seconds for Austin. Let's all get on 6 seconds for Austin, right?
Okay.
All right. Let me know when everybody's good, right?
I'm good.
Yo, Corey's roasting me right now.
Facts, bro. Come on, man. He over there. We all gotta adjust, right?
Okay.
All right. Let me hold up. All right. Everybody good? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, play. Oh, another little fun fact about this movie. One of the people that wrote the script was David Goyer.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh shit. So we're gonna love it. I'm gonna love it.
Yeah, David is Goyer.
I'm gonna have to definitely mute myself because I'm one of those people that's like, oh fuck.
Hey man,
no. I want to hear reaction.
You gotta leave it.
Yeah, we need those reactions. Those are the.
We already can't see you, bro. Like now we can't hear you either.
You ain't John Cena. Come on.
Now you can't see me.
Keifer Sutherland.
It's also like an old noir detective movie too, right?
God, I love this movie.
Imagine waking up in that bathroom.
Oh, that's a nightmare. That is, oh, it's so gross in there.
Booty cheeks.
Every time I see this guy, I think Caesar.
Nah, for me, this is his de facto role, honestly, whenever I think of him.
Well, yeah, I never saw this, so.
Come on. No, I'm just saying that's how like impactful this movie was when it came out.
Oh no. Say the fish.
Everything has a meaning.
Yeah.
Did he put it in the toilet? Okay.
You go flash over way awesome.
Shell Beach.
Yeah.
I wonder if Sandy's there selling seashells. What the fuck? What the fuck? I would poop my pants.
British
Hey, Austin, something's going on with the Discord.
What? Oh, it's not working?
Yeah, it's like paused or something. It said no Goliath has minimized the application. Sit tight, and then it's paused.
Oh, that's so dumb. Sorry.
I don't know.
Everyone's probably pissed in there. Sorry, everyone. It's back.
Sorry, Corey.
I did not know that it did that.
Yeah, this scene right here is a little different in the theatrical.
The lady wasn't standing up in the booth and didn't fall out, if I'm not mistaken, right?
That wasn't in the theatrical.
Shit.
Austin, what's the name of the Discord?
General. It's in the voice channels. It's Sill's Discord. It's down below Geek Streets members. It should be good now.
Yeah, it looks like yeah, I think it looks like it might be lagging a little though. I'm watching it through my phone, so the Discord.
Yeah, it probably is. I don't really know what to tell you there.
I got my voodoo. I'm good.
I would probably have to get off the StreamYard to make this any better.
Oh, it's one of the hottest chicks from the 90s.
She's still gorgeous today.
Yeah, dude.
Unbelievably looks almost the same.
Flawless. Oh no.
Okay, I want to say something here, but I don't want to give it away. So I'll mention it later. Just try to remember everything as much as possible right now.
No, Corey. I don't want Retro to give it away.
No, it's so good when you let this play out. But we'll definitely talk about it at the end.
What the fuck?
What's that maze mean? What's going on?
Dude, I just thought about how freaked out she must have been. Yo, it looked like Bruno
the link
Mars.
is in the description, DC.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's in Seal's Discord in the general chat and voice chat. I think Austin said.
Yeah, it's a little laggy, but hopefully the audio is not bad, at least.
William Hurt.
And honestly, I bought this tonight, so just buy it.
Oh yeah,
You won't be disappointed. Yeah.
No.
And you can use this stream to catch up, you know?
Oh, good idea.
Thanks.
Did you see that, Austin?
614.
No, the man behind the counter.
Yeah. Saw him piece too. Sir.
Yes.
So they're just setting this character up as somebody who's really into details. So this detective is a stickler for details.
Is that Horatio Kane, dude? What the fuck? That was quite the line. Oh, wow. I just saw a connection there.
Yes, I'm so glad you did.
6-cent coffee? Is that what they just fucking said? Damn.
Yeah, this is supposed to be kind of an alternative version of the 1940s.
Oh, okay. That's really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yo. What?
I wish I could do that.
None of your business.
Ooh. Scram.
Yeah.
I love the cinematography in this movie.
Yep.
Isn't it beautiful? It's just so amazing. Mhm.
Right.
Oh boy.
Yeah. R.I.P. William Hurt, man.
Yeah.
Great actor.
I think he just has a certain style about his performances. It's just so unique.
What?
Super Bro Corey's a big Michael fan. With John Travolta.
Oh man, that's a deep cut.
You know,
Mom
I've
used to
never
watch it.
seen that one.
John Travolta plays an angel named Michael.
Yeah, I remember the trailers for that, but for some reason never saw it. I better put that on my list.
Huh.
All of them.
What a fucking What a gangster laugh. All of them. Oh, is she gonna die too? Uh-oh. Isn't he
Corey says Michael's a good one. What were you saying, Austin?
isn't that guy in Avengers? Not this guy.
Thunderbolt Ross, yes.
Hurt? Yeah.
He's the one who like slapped down the Accords on the desk. He's giving him shit.
Thunderbolt Ross.
Yeah. So I know what you mean about like the presence he carries for sure. Oh. Oh. Oh.
Uh-huh.
Huh? Oh no. Ski Daddle. It's a no for me, dog.
Yeah.
About to start getting interesting.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, you don't want to look away from this part. It's really amazing.
Uh-oh. What the fuck?
Some question.
For those hands, so long fingers.
See ya. Uh-oh. Oh. Ah.
Oh.
What the fuck? Excuse me?
I like this part because it just leaves you with like question mark, question mark, question mark. What the heck?
Yep. Mhm.
Huh, yes. What the fuck?
Mr. Knight. That scene was a little longer in this version too.
Yes.
Man.
Oh, now we're just gonna go back to regular life, huh?
Hey. Question mark, right?
What the hell was all that?
Mr. Book, Mr. Hand, Mr. Glove.
Yeah, what the fuck, Mr. Shade?
Mr. Shade. Even he don't use the words like Robert Pattinson's Batman. That's what's supposed to happen.
Oh man.
What up, Neo Sevens?
Hey, Marcus.
Neo Sevens.
We got the link in the Discord. Watch Dark City with us.
It's a little laggy, but hopefully you have your own Dark City. You can use mine to catch up to your own. What?
Oh yeah, bro.
What the fuck?
Man, can you imagine, bro?
Yeah.
Just
oh my
like,
God.
You'd be questioning reality.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would be like, let me see the top of your head.
You got brain worms.
Yeah, you got little fingies coming out of there.
uh-oh. Try me. See, that's a ride or die right there.
Wow, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
He said, no one ever listens to me. Nah, he was actually going to hear him out, though. I think so, you know.
But that was a joke, but it was put in there for a little bit of funny, but it wasn't overt and it wasn't annoying.
Yeah.
Yeah, we like that.
Yeah.
Oh, now he's just making doors. Now he's just making doors disappear.
You like the hell?
Where the hell he go?
Card? Uh-oh. It's a circle. Mm-hmm. I miss old car scenes.
I love this part.
Uh-oh.
Got Zod Ryder tuning in.
Zod Rider.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. I'm doing my partying tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? So
We are 28 minutes in on mine. 28:30. Just in case anyone needs an update.
yep, 28:38. Mm.
Mhm.
Oof.
Mm.
You didn't have to do him like that, bro.
He has special insight, though.
Yeah, do you have Knight's pointers that you can give him?
Nah,
Jeez.
no. But
You'll see.
Austin, yeah, he has like actual insight though. You know, it's
Yeah.
like it's not just.
Just
He's
wait.
not just slamming them.
Wait. Yeah, there's more.
No,
to it.
no. I know. I was just making a joke.
That was cold.
Yes. Like, okay, let me flame you quick, bro. Jeez.
Yeah, no.
Gave him another scram. Get out of here. Oh, okay. What the frick? Actually, that's how I look too if I was in one of them.
You know what's funny is that I understood why he was there. Later on in the movie.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Oh no. One of these guys.
Moisture.
Holy fuck.
This is also a lot longer here. It's much shorter.
Oh wait. Oh. Inconsistencies in your behavior. Oh my God. I love that line, yo. That's one of my favorite lines of like in movie history, honestly.
It's a good. It's almost like a Darth Vader kind of line, right? Or
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like a fucking sick too.
No more inconsistencies in your behavior.
Oh, he would be swimming with a shirt on, dude. This guy. He's wearing a Charlie Brown shirt.
You know how uncomfortable we find all this moisture.
What the fuck?
I'm not sure if they can hear you in the Discord, DC.
Oh yeah, I'm muted, DC. Dude, if I do that right now, my PC might start on fire. So I'm not touching anything. It's going
fine.
well.
For sure, you want to pay attention to this part. This is one of the best ones. Mm-hmm. He's saying something really powerful there.
Absolutely.
I'm
Mm-hmm.
losing my
big
mind
clue.
right now.
Big clue.
Mm-hmm. That whole monologue was just brilliant, I think.
I'm kind of amazed at like how the CGI and all the special effects is doing. You know, it's a pretty old movie, isn't it?
Yeah.
Late
It's
90s.
not bad at all. Like they used a little bit of CGI for the alien thing or whatever that thing is going on in the head thing.
Yeah.
Um, it it doesn't look bad. I mean,
No,
but
I think it looks really good.
yeah, everything else was practical and it looks fantastic.
I miss the old days of mostly practical movies.
Yeah, they were special, I think.
A little more artistic.
Yeah. Snyder showed people what they could do with CGI, and they're like, oh, let's do that for everything.
All right, this part is really awesome.
What the fuck, dude? Oh. Did he just mix up my origins? Oh, I thought he was going down, bro. Oh.
Another important scene. This movie is stuffed with important scenes.
I was like,
Yep.
It's like every scene is fucking important.
Yes.
whenever I'm watching with my lady, she'll be like, oh, what does this mean? What does this mean? I'm like, just watch. Oh my god.
Did they get some of the imagery from the movie Metropolis?
Yeah, there is definitely an influence
Right.
from Metropolis from 1929. Love that movie.
Well, that's what Zaslav said when he saw Batgirl.
He's about to reset that shit. He's getting ready to blow up the Hamada.
Oh yeah, this couple. Yep.
Uh-oh. I thought she was gonna like pull her fucking face out or something. Well, Fuck out of here. Yo, I was just gonna say, I pulled all-nighters before, man. So what happens then?
Imagine seeing this.
Yeah, I would be like, I'm asleep. I'm for sure asleep.
Yeah, this would freak me out.
Yeah, I was gonna say, well, how long do you start yelling at people? Wake up! Oh shit! Yeah, that's exactly what I'd be doing. Oh my god, they're like roaches.
This is cool coming up.
Oh, yeah.
What the fuck?
So awesome.
Yeah, shit in my pants.
Look how it's all twisted and wow.
It's so cool.
Yeah.
Neo, we are about at like 41:28.
I'm at 42 minutes.
Yo, they gotta be dead though, right? If you fall asleep like that.
Nope. Well, they should be if they're in cereal bowls or
Right. Yeah.
whatever.
Keep doing that.
Whoa.
The close up on the syringe is actually a giant version of the syringe for the camera.
That's cool. I'd like to see them like standing next to it, just so you can get like an example of how big that thing is. What the fuck, dude? Get out of here! It's like Inception, how they just created this building.
Mm-hmm.
They went from low class to first class.
I was just gonna say,
Yeah.
come to my house.
I need an upgrade.
Oh. Excuse me. Bro, I want a clock like that. Comes out at midnight out of a face.
Austin said, "Give me an upgrade, huh?"
Get out of here.
I'll be right back, guys.
Oh yeah.
Go ahead, man.
Thinking in circles.
Mm-hmm.
That seemed like the kind of lounge that I want to be at.
Yo, for real. I was gonna say she's got fire dresses, man.
Yeah.
Necron is getting some more snacks, Corey.
How can you look at her like that, bro?
Because he's all about the details, bro.
Right.
Yeah.
That's why. This scene is definitely much longer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that I think that entire scene is added. I don't remember seeing that ever.
I mean, I was gonna say that, but I was like, I didn't want to be wrong. I wasn't willing to go out on that limb. Mm. Retro, Corey wants to know, is this your first time watching the director's cut?
Yeah, it is. I'm a big fan of the theatrical because that's the one that I'm used to watching, but never saw the director's cut before. So
Wow.
this is a lot of fun for me.
Mr. Hand.
Yep.
Ooh! All right, dude. Now 0 G's. Oh, I thought they were gonna spin him around. Oh no. Oh. A what?
So they got those names: Mr. Hand, Mr. Quick, Mr. Sleep, Mr. Rain, Mr. Shade, Mr. Glove.
Bro, I'm losing my mind right now.
Yeah, I love that about the film. It reminds me of the
Hey,
Matrix where
Nick,
they had, like,
you got the
agents.
recourse from me. I'm sorry. What were you saying, Retro?
It reminds me of like in the Matrix where there's Agent Smith, and you know they put that agent in front of everything.
Yeah.
And in many ways, these characters, the strangers, act just like the agents.
Whole hive mind kind of thing.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
What are you in jail, homie? Oh, okay. Yeah. That's normal.
Yes, sci-fi noir.
Yeah. One of the best.
Absolutely, sad.
This is irrational.
Yeah.
Bro, give me one of those coats.
Right? I want one too.
So I kill mad ladies. Oh no. Oh no.
Said, take notes, Reeves.
Oh, I think I just figured it all out right there.
What?
I don't want to ruin it. Thanks, homie. Peace out. That's what I would say to that guy. He didn't say it though.
Okay, it's about to get real good, guys. Something's about to happen real good.
Oh, is he?
Mm-hmm.
Said ruin it, Austin.
So don't tell me he's just gonna. That's not a way out, dude. Wow. The hand is fucking Murdoch. Oh yeah, that's where I go to just think.
Yeah, some dark alley.
Yeah, what the fuck?
That's where I can really relax.
I feel at
Yeah,
home.
no, you
here.
wouldn't catch me there.
And
Yep. Mr. Hand is essentially Agent Smith.
Yeah.
Because literally, remember he had Neo kind of inside of him too, right?
Yeah, they showed it. They showed it in like when he got the memories right there at the end. I don't know if you heard. What the fuck? Yeah, creep.
I would have been like, "Are you a vampire?"
Yeah, dude. I would like, please don't eat me.
Well, these strangers, they were modeled after Nosferatu. So
yeah, that's so creepy.
Connection there.
That's what they're called, the strangers. Okay, I get it now.
Like evil German scientists from World War II. Weird.
Neo7 said he got it on Voodoo while he's watching us.
Hey,
word, yeah, that's what I got.
I'm watching it.
Shout out to Marcus.
What the fuck?
Time check, 58:04.
Yeah.
Mr. Murdoch, yes.
Oh man.
Fish.
How did she find this person's room though?
Memories.
So I said Voodoo is the way. Pow.
Bro, he's got a literal chair as a wheelchair. That's hilarious.
Uncle Carl knows how to roll, man.
Shell Beach? So... Haven't been to Indies.
That's the age-old question. How do you get to Shell Beach?
Yeah.
Sounds like a fucking town in Pokemon, dude.
Yeah, that was the rest of the implantation that didn't take.
Oh, look.
He was supposed to get all of that information. He didn't get it.
That's the bug. It's a bug.
Yep.
Oh man, my uncle will be pissed. Like, bro, why did you just do that? Clean that up.
You on that in drugs?
Yeah. What are you, high?
I learned it from watching you.
Just had to flip that coin first.
Welcome to Neo-Noir, Austin.
Yep.
You always got to flip a coin for you.
No, yeah. I think the Noir Spider-Man literally did that in the Into the Spider-Verse movie.
Voodoo, cuckoo, and some good beer. Best way to enjoy the weekend.
Yeah, all of this is not in the. This is not in
Right.
the theatrical. This is all in the director's cut.
What the fuck? I forgot about her. Don't tell me she's drawing circles. Yeah, watch your head, doink.
Yeah, this is not in the theatrical.
Not at all. This entire scene.
Yeah. Which would have been awesome because it makes sense.
Right. I can only imagine. Oh, what? Oh my god, dude. That wasn't in the whole thing? Because you know those people who are sticklers for plot holes. They'll be like, what the fuck happened to the little girl?
Yeah, she just disappears in the story in the theatrical cut.
Yeah. That's actually a great point. That whole kind of plot line is never really resolved.
No. You figured maybe, but you know, it's nice that they show it to you.
Yeah, exactly. Because I completely forgot about her. Like I said in my head what he said when he saw her. Where the hell did she come from?
Great question.
That's a terrifying question. I think we're high as fuck. Like that's what the conversation goes like when you're hotboxing your car. uh. AM or PM while looking at a fucking clock, analog clock.
Bro, it's been dark the whole time. This dude been up.
That's very true. Yeah. What the fuck? How did I miss the day? Oh no.
Right.
God damn it. I would lose my mind.
He said Austin definitely sounds high. That's why you got the camera off.
I'll turn it on, bro. But my fucking stream's gonna crash. Johnny.
Okay.
Hey, you gotta bounce. I just love that floating.
Yeah, it's so terrifying.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Uh-oh.
Midnight, you know what that means.
Yeah.
So I
Shut
said,
down.
when you're high. Shut it down.
Mr. Sleep.
That little kid always creeped me out.
Oh yeah, I mean, he acts like an adult, and he just shows up, and yeah, gives me the creep.
Yeah, you better watch out just walking outside. No. What?
Yeah, Marcus. Retro brought that up earlier about how the trailer kind of gave her those Hellraiser vibes. You know, even though this is more like a sci-fi movie and not a horror movie per se.
Uh-oh.
And those coats are nice until they get you killed.
Somebody's gonna wake up to that hand in the window.
Oh, with black blood. Ugh.
Oh, the kid! Oh God! Ah! Oh! All right, man. This just keeps getting crazier. Oh no, dude!
Oh, little bastard.
Why do you have to bite me with your big raw tooth? What? The fucking what?
Big raw tooth.
I just saw a little Easter egg in there. It was the green line.
What?
I just love this scene.
I can't remember seeing daylight in this movie.
Yeah.
Let alone the beach.
That's kind of like why I like this experience of watching the movie. You're like 45 minutes in and you haven't seen any daylight. You're kind of like, is my reality?
Yeah, yeah. I better see the fucking sun tomorrow. That's all I'm saying.
Man, this is crazy. Just imagine being the cop and hearing this. He's like, bruh, I don't remember doing nothing during the day ever.
Yeah.
I'm a Jedi. I don't know what to tell you.
I love this part too. Gosh. I love it how she's always reaching out for him and he's like, nah.
Yeah. He doesn't feel the same.
He's
The strangers.
Told you. Mhm. That was given like 45 seconds in the movie.
Yeah,
All right, time's up. Like, come on, man.
so true. That's so sweet.
That was almost like the Flash bursting through the glass.
Yes. Yes.
And he had a scene with his dad in the prison, just like that.
Oh, right.
Those cops are pretty calm about the window just blowing up.
Yeah.
Right?
Like, okay,
Hey,
time's
whoa,
up,
whoa,
let's
whoa,
go.
whoa, dude! It's the third window this week.
They're like, all right, break up this kissing. Like, what?
Yeah, what if that lady on his desk isn't even his wife? It's just some lady.
You are catching on.
Oh, yeah, dude. I noticed that his fucking shoelace is untied. How will you get... He's got eyes like a hawk, bro.
Yeah.
Okay. They are Jedis. Sith Lords. Oh.
Okay, this scene is earlier in the theatrical cut.
Much earlier, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh my God, we got Leon.
Leon!
What's good? I don't even know if y'all can hear me. My shit acting slow. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah. Yeah, we
Hey,
hear you.
Oh, that's
Leon.
what's up. What's good? What's
Time
good?
check. We're at 1:18:15.
118.15.
1:18:25.
All right, give me just a
What?
second. I might have to switch. I might have to switch my whole shit up because my shit being slow.
That old man is the train from the Matrix. Oh yeah, that's the train man from the Matrix. What's that? Revolutions. Leon ate his dinner off camera. Tall man.
Pretty much.
You want to give some quick thoughts on this movie, Leon?
Oh, I don't know if y'all can hear me. My stuff is acting real slow. Let me know if you can hear me.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, there's a delay. I'm a hop back in. Just give me a moment, okay? Because there's a big time delay.
Oh,
That's new.
Yeah, that's definitely not in the theatrical. And look at his face, was like, damn.
No, you don't.
Getting this dinghy. And
oh no. You will be soon. Whoa.
Zod saying, "Say no to drugs, Austin." Or
Nope.
or no, is he quoting Austin? I'm not sure.
It's the only way to watch movies.
Yeah, it's a great movie, James. That's why we're here watching it now. There's a link in the Discord for you to watch along with us, or you're welcome to stream it on Vudu. Let me know if you need a time check or start it from the beginning. Either way, just watch this afterwards. This movie inspired The Matrix as well as a lot of other sci-fi movies.
Oh no.
Oh yeah, great movie, great movie.
You see how his eyes just looked up, and it's like, oh, such a good actor.
Yeah.
He's pissed.
It's like, from
They don't even know
where?
where they're from, bro. They don't even know where they're from.
Yeah, they're like, my
mess.
whole world is fake. Oh, you can see the anger on his face.
Somewhere else, he said. What the fuck?
Nah, bro, you coming? Goyer did help write the script. Absolutely. This is, it's a really, really good film. Came out in 1998, and it really was a big influence on the genre, even if it's not a very well-known or very popular movie.
Yep,
It's still great.
Directed by Alex Proyas.
What? Don't tell me this is.
There's Pebble Beach.
Shelby's? What the fuck?
Or Shell Beach. I forget. Whatever.
Not comforting. Not comforting at all.
What?
Amazing. That was well done for the special effects. For
Yeah.
1998, really good.
Oh.
Wow. What a way to go.
So I said, just think this was out when The Rock was cast as Black Adam.
Oh. Yikes.
Man, how you feeling, Austin?
What'd you think of that reveal?
I'm losing my mind, bro.
I just love that part because it shows that he's strong enough to withstand their power, but he only because he loves the girl that he's able to like submit and surrender.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Where'd I end up now?
Oh, man.
That kid's bloodthirsty.
Right? He's like the most
Yeah.
savage.
Literally.
His voice too.
Mm.
Mhm.
Shut it down forever. Shut it down forever.
This is my favorite part again. So many favorite parts.
What the fuck?
This is awesome. This is amazing stuff.
Dr. Tricky.
Mm. Looks like you're at the club with the movie flashing lights on you. So I am at the club. Club cool table.
So dope.
What? Leveled up.
So he's Neo now.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Bingo.
Oh no.
Murdoch versus Mr. Book.
Yeah.
And I like how Mr. Book is the most powerful one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, if you relate the names to the character, he's the most intelligent one, the leader. And then you have Mr. Hand, who is basically the henchman.
Yep.
Oh. These poor stuntmen, dude. Just getting wrecked.
There goes the baby.
Let's fucking go.
Yo, a lot of this is new at the end of this movie.
Yeah, it's a lot shorter in the theatrical. This is because
Right back at you, cuz.
Oh, bro, this is
Boom.
Dragon Ball Z. It's like to a T right now to me. Oh, what a way to go.
ugh, gruesome.
We got Leon back.
Back from Dark City. Where y'all at now?
We are at 137.50.
All right, let me catch up. What y'all think of it so far?
Crazy.
Great and crazy.
Wonderful.
Those are the best kind of movies.
Yeah, man. I hadn't seen this director's cut. I think I only saw it once, but yeah, it's a lot different than the theatrical.
Yeah, it explains a lot more, gives you more detail. You can get a significant amount of enjoyment though from the theatrical, but why not just go for the director's cut?
Yeah.
You always want to go with the best.
I don't even remember the theatrical.
Yeah, there are some differences, but this is definitely amazing. This was actually what I was hoping Neo was gonna do. Like I thought he was gonna completely change the Matrix with his powers, but
Yeah, you would have
it's
thought
kind
that
of
would have been the
weird.
case.
Yeah, it's just kind of weird that he didn't. Um,
I guess they couldn't copy this completely.
no. It's so weird because when I saw it, I was like, "Well, he has the power; he can do anything." But they didn't truly give him that power.
Yeah, hacker in real life, programmer, and yet
Shell
he
Beach.
just flew away at the end.
Where would you go?
I was just gonna. That was when I saw all the water. I'm like, he's making Shell Beach.
Yeah.
Well, first I thought I was just gonna make Earth.
Book of Dreams.
Coming soon.
And
This gives a lot of credence to the flat earthers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alex did it again in the other movie. He did the Gods of Egypt, pretty much.
Uncle Carl. He can walk.
He did Gods of Egypt too. Wow.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a very good movie as well.
They also added in that Uncle Carl scene because I don't think you see him again in the theatrical.
Yeah, I don't remember seeing Uncle Carl again.
This motherfucker.
I don't know if y'all heard me. What are y'all seeing right now?
We're at 141.45. It's the standoff between Mr. Hand and Murdoch.
Gotcha.
I love it. Best line ever.
I'm just glad he didn't like spell it out for him because a lot of movies are like so dumb, corny like that.
Yeah.
It's in the heart.
Yeah, I was waiting for him to say that.
If it was made today, they would have said it's in the heart.
Yes, yes.
Followed up with a joke.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
The sun exists? Let's go.
Yep, and you can create anything. And that's another thing I like about this movie is that they follow through with that statement. You know, they follow that he can make anything happen, and he doesn't know where they are, so he doesn't create Earth, but he creates this thing that he can think of, you know, to exist.
Something that he could truly call home.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they don't even know where they're from, right? So
yeah, they have
ain't no getting back, you know. Yeah.
Yo, Bruno Mars stole this guy's look.
Quote of the night.
At first, I used to get him confused with Oscar Isaac after I started seeing Oscar Isaac and stuff.
They do look a little bit alike.
Yeah.
But shout out to Jennifer Connelly, though.
Yeah.
Nah.
She looks the same. My God.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
I know. He's gonna say I know. Oh, okay. He's like, that's who I am. Yeah, but some actors are too old to play certain roles, you know. You know, people say that shit.
They be going bald.
Hey.
I'm playing.
What a stream.
Shout out to David S. Goyer.
Oh man, what a great
good
one.
That's a
What a
double
great movie.
horns up.
Yeah.
We are in credits now.
Shout out to I think it's DC Talk who. Oh no, maybe it's Osa. Somebody stayed around for the whole stream in the Discord. So
I think
what
it's
up
Super
to
Bro. Super Bro
They-
just hang out the whole stream.
Hey,
Somebody-
Super Bro was in here before the stream even started, getting that good behind the scenes chatter. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, we can
Austin
hear you.
over
I was like,
there-
oh no, dude. What are they
Austin
saying?
over there snitching with the Discord. You know.
I had no idea, bro. I had no idea. But yeah, I'm gonna sign out of that right now. So shout out to whoever's still in there.
Oh yeah,
What
yo.
would the end credit scene?
Oh, is there?
No.
I was like, what the fuck?
That's
Right.
I
He's
just
gonna
saw
come out. Do you know who
Right.
you are?
Patrick
Man.
Tatopoulos. He designed the
Okay.
BVS Batmobile.
Oh, it's sick.
Yo,
Damn, Leon, you
real
Yeah, who
quick.
are you, bro?
got
What do you work
knowledge,
for?
man.
Hey, look, I don't want to forget. Retro. Okay, you pointed something out very early in the movie, and you said that you want to circle around back to it at the end. What was it that you had noticed so quickly?
Oh, you know what? I think I forgot what it was. It had to do with revealing that, what was going on. And I didn't want to do that because I wanted people to experience the shock of learning that it was an alternative reality. They were kind of living in this, not quite a virtual reality, but it was a construct. And so I didn't want to give that away. So I'm not quite sure if I remember. I don't remember exactly what it was in the very, very beginning, but that was it.
Absolutely.
It's so hard to have previous knowledge of a movie too with people who haven't, because you're just like, oh, that's one of the parts. I hope you saw that. Oh.
Yeah. I mean, if you give it away, it's not going to be that much fun for them to like enjoy the reveal.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, that would have been the whole plot right there.
Especially Austin, because he ain't ever seen it before. We had
That shit was crazy, dude. Hold on, I gotta go to the bathroom real quick. I'll be right back.
That's dope that he got to experience that for the first time, because like it's very much like the DNA of the Matrix, but like presented so much differently, because the Matrix was more like kind of like what Retro was saying about the virtual world, but this was more or less like the physical. They put emphasis on the physical realm,
the practical world.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And
Marcus
I just
said he saw Dark City in theaters. Oh man, crazy.
Oh, that's what's up.
Go ahead, Retro.
Well, I just want to say, for the Matrix, to their credit, they didn't get all of their ideas from this movie. Because they had to be in production a long before. But you could definitely see areas where things were very similar, like the phone call that the doctor gives. It calls up Murdoch and says, some people are coming to get you. And that is almost lines up perfectly with the Matrix, where, Neo gets the call from Morpheus. And I also feel like in this movie, the doctor is acting as Morpheus in a way, because he's actually the one who kind of guides Murdoch to like learn his skills and stuff in this sort of like virtual plane of memories.
Yeah, gave him the red pill and the shot, basically.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
The thing about it is, anybody that would make fun of this film for that and say they stole, they technically didn't. I mean, there's a few people from this film that actually bled over into the Matrix, and they helped to create the Matrix. So it's not like they jacked their style or whatever. You know what I'm saying? The Wachowskis always said they were inspired by the Matrix or by Dark City. They may not say it a lot, but they've said it before. And like I said before, they had different creatives involved with Dark City that helped do the Matrix. I forgot the specific names.
They also used a few of the sets as well. So they
Most
recycled
definitely.
the sets that were in Dark City.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I mean,
How
there was a
many years
lot of
apart
movies.
were
Oh,
they?
go ahead.
I'm just how many years apart were they? I forgot when the Matrix came out.
Just
Like a few
one.
years.
2?
Wait, Matrix came out in 99 or 2000?
Matrix was 99, and
This was 1 year then.
Yeah, it's too
Yeah.
close to be a straight up copy or anything.
yeah, no, it's definitely not a straight rip. It's one of those things where like, my man who made this film, you know, he probably didn't know the studio was gonna let him do this shit because this shit is like, this shit is intense.
Yeah.
And then the Matrix is like the blockbuster, shiny, glossy version of this. You know what I mean?
You got
So-
the big star in it.
Yeah.
With big action scenes and
Mm-hmm.
And granted, movies weren't in production for as long as they are now back then as well. So, you know, these production times have kind of ramped up these past few years. You know,
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
you mean
you're right.
the amount of movies?
no, just like how long these movies are typically in production, it's kind of gotten a lot longer. Wouldn't you kind of say now?
I would say,
depends on the movie.
yeah.
Yeah, well,
In modern
the
times,
the bigger blockbuster, the films.
in modern times, with the onset of so many reshoots and re this and re that, yeah, you're
Mhm.
right. But if you're talking like a typical shoot, I would say in the past they were longer than now because technology now is so fucking advanced that the
Great
shoots are way shorter. But to your point, the reason that they seem longer is because like,
the reshoots and all that stuff.
yeah, something like The Flash could last like 2 years. You know what I mean? When
That's
it should have been like 3 or 4
Yeah.
months.
Yeah.
Post
So we all know
production.
what's going on there.
Because remember back in the day, they were building a lot of this stuff by hand back in the day.
Mhm.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
But
Alex got the idea of having all of those buildings kind of rising up and changing from when he was working on The Crow.
God, I love that movie.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Oh yeah. And so while they were changing sets and building structures, he was like, why? I wonder how
Nice.
that would be as as a focal point in a movie. And so he added that in there. So I thought that was a cool kind of thing because it's visually stimulating. And of course, when you see it, it kind of reminds you of Inception and all those kinds of movies like that.
Most
But,
definitely.
yeah.
Yo, that's a good point because like some of these movies are kind of like the baby of Dark City, man. Like Dark City is the mom and pop that birthed Matrix and Inception. All these. Is this your reality film type of
Yeah.
shit?
Yeah.
Most definitely.
But I
Question,
think something
yeah.
was going on around that time because there were so many movies that were about like
Y2K.
alternative reality and I'm sorry, I can't hear you.
Oh, I said Y2K was buzzing. Everybody was kind of tripping over Y2K and the computers taking over, and
Yep.
True. That's true.
Are
Now
all the computers crashing? Reality was going to come crashing down.
oh yeah.
Dude,
Now,
Diamonds are going to fall from the sky.
Now I have a list of a couple of movies that kind of have the same theme from about the same time. So I'll just read it off. I've got The Truman Show, which was in 1998. Pleasantville
Wow.
was kind of dealing with that kind of like, is this real, kind of thing. Let's see.
Tobey Maguire was in Pleasantville, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Say that again.
I said, who was in Pleasantville? That was Tobey Maguire, right? That was a Tobey
Yes.
Maguire movie. Yeah.
Yeah, he was really good in that. And let's see if there's another one.
Said Strange Days.
Strange Days. The Fight Club. Fight Club is kind of interesting because I kind of put it in the same realm as like, reality is not what you think it is. That kind of, even though it all kind of plays out in the main character's head.
It's an interesting choice.
Yeah, no, maybe it's a reach. It's a reach, but I
feel like questioning your reality though, type of deal. So I get you there.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, because in that movie, you just don't know whether you think that Tyler Durden is actually a real person.
Oh yeah.
But it's like it's his. It's actually not, and
that
you're not
reveal
sure.
blows your mind, like, oh, what? Oh, wow.
The anti-establishment portion of it is kind of helps your reach though. In a sense, you know what I mean? Like they're making you question the reality of the establishment in a sense. It's a reach, but it's still kind of dope to ponder that.
Yeah.
No, I totally agree with that there. It's funny. Of course, Retro would have a list like, yeah, so around 1998 area.
Right? I was thinking, I was like, oh, that's so dope. She got a freaking list. That's what's up.
Yo, that's why
That's what's up.
I brought Retro on. Yo, this is what we need to
Sorry, yeah, I'm sorry for being so nerdy.
Oh,
you're good. You
what
good.
else
You
you
mentioned a movie I've never seen.
Yeah.
That Tobey Maguire movie.
Pleasant. You ain't never seen Pleasantville, bro?
I've never seen it,
Oh,
bro.
that's yeah.
Oh wow, yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, that's a good one. Did I already mention The Truman Show? There's a movie called Extazens by David Cronenberg.
Cronenberg is awesome.
Oh yeah, and it's dealing with virtual reality and different levels of virtual reality. It's a real mind bender, and one of my favorites is The 13th Floor, which was in 1999, which also deals with like virtual worlds and things like that.
I think I've seen that one too.
I've heard of The 13th Floor.
Yeah,
it's really it has that noir flavor to it as well, because they bounce around different time periods, and one of the time periods is like the 1930s, 40s.
If you want to DM us that list,
on each floor.
Say that again.
I said, is it like a different time period on like with each floor?
Yeah, each well, oh gosh, you have to, maybe that's one that you have to
you have to go deep.
Yeah, you have to watch that, because I don't want to say anything else about it because it's really good. It's one of those films where you just it is a little slow, but it's like this where you really have to pay attention to see the details, and it unfolds really beautifully for you. By the end, you're like, oh gosh.
Absolutely. All right. Go ahead.
I was just saying, I love, and especially these movies where it's so intriguing to find out what's happening, and you don't have everything spelled out for you specifically, so you have to kind of make your own conclusions in a way when it's happening, and try to figure out it in real time, but also know that most of the stuff that you see is going to be paid off in the end. Especially with director's cuts, like nothing is wasted, as Necron mentioned earlier in the film. That's the part that I love so much about film in general. When you're shown stuff in a story, it's an allegory for whatever's going to come next, and the bigger pictures. In the smaller details, you always see the big picture, and that's the point of like watching these streams with people that have seen the movies before. It's like, because they can point that shit out to you, or when you go, aha, I think I figured something out, and then
Oh, wait a minute, Austin. You had an aha moment throughout the watch. What was that? Do you recall?
Yeah, when the hand got all of John Murdoch's memories at the very end of it, you can see John Murdoch morph into like the hand. So you notice in reality, like, he's not the one killing the people; it's actually the hand who's killing the people and is continuing to kill the people and might kill
Amy eventually, you know. That's what I saw. As soon as I saw that, I go, oh, okay. That was quick for some people, but like I definitely know that. And I will say this, I didn't gain that insight onto paying attention to films that much until I really dove deep into Snyder's films. And that's just because I'm younger, so I haven't seen these older films with all these nuance. So when Snyder always throws it back to all the films that he grew up on and all the films that he came of age to that had all of these details in them. So he shows them in his own way. So that's like there's so many directors nowadays that I'll see things and I'm like, okay, where does that pay off in the end? And they'll never pay it off. I'm like, oh, well, then why the fuck did you show that? Like, why? There's so many like wasted frames, and not a frame is wasted with good directors. And ending movies.
A great example is the daughter in this movie in the theatrical cut. I don't believe you see her ever again. And then
where the hell did she come from?
And then in this version, you definitely get that payoff later.
Yeah. Same thing with the BVS Ultimate. Same thing with BVS Edition, dude. Because when I remember watching that and being like, oh shit, all of the gripes, and like that's why I mentioned it. People who might have had gripes with certain things and certain plot holes if they saw Dark City, just the theatrical version. If some people were like that, like what the fuck happened to the little girl? Well, there you see it, boom, right there. It paid off in the end, and that's how it was for in BVS. There's little snippets. It's not that big of a scene, I guess, but little snippets of all of the scenes that are tossed away in BVS. That the dialogue really helps you get to that point. All of the, like we said, not a frame wasted. It builds you up to the climax, where you see fucking the one-on-one, versus big good versus big bad, and that's a very common theme in a lot of movies. But the way to get there can be different every time, and if you don't waste a frame, then the payoff will be even greater at the end. This movie was amazing, and thank you guys for putting me onto it. I'm definitely gonna have to show it to my lady and see what she thinks, because she'll probably be freaked out. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Those strangers are creepy, man.
Yeah, I ain't never going to Shell Beach, dude. Fuck that.
Floating ghouls floating around.
Yeah. I want to kind of go around the round table and let everybody kind of expound on their feelings on the film. I want to start with Leon, since he came in last, and we didn't really get to hear from him throughout the watch. But what kind of makes this film special to you, Leon? And where do you kind of rank this in terms of like sci-fi movies from that era?
Let's see. Where do I rank this? Well, how does this movie pretty much it strikes a chord with me a lot because it taps into a lot of shit that I dig into in my own life. You know what I mean? Like mysteries of what's going on in the world and, shit that people really don't want to talk about. The things that are happening in current modern times. It just it's always a timely film, especially in modern times. It's so timely that a movie like this existed back then and it speaks to now in a grander sense, in a more theatrical sense, obviously. A bunch of dark elitist forces that are kind of driving, the people within that society to do this or do that or do this or do that. It's going on now, whether people want to admit it or not. But we ain't gonna get into all that. But it's just very interesting how that film is kind of spooky, man. Like you're like, damn.
Yeah.
We're kind of somewhat. I'm saying kind of somewhat because I'm trying not to make this, totally about that. But we are living in that sort of a time frame, minus the weird entities. Hopefully, but anyway.
My eyebrow is raising up. Like, really? There are,
you know what I'm saying? Because
weird entities.
You never know. But yeah, just
Are you saying the strangers are real, Leon?
man, listen. What I'm saying is, if a motherfucker told me they were, I wouldn't be surprised. I'm just saying, like
Right.
in a sense that reality that your own reality can accept. You know what I mean? But you know, but I digress. So yeah, like this film is it's powerful as hell, man.
Mhm.
And it's very timeless, and it was filmed to be
Yeah.
timeless too.
Yeah.
You know, it was filmed in such a classical looking way, even though there's a lot of modern technology, but everything around it feels of different eras. You got that noir sense from like the black and white era. You have but then you have, modern clothing. It's just so much going on with this film where the director was kind of like, I want them to pop this in at any point in time and kind of feel like, they can grasp it. But what was I gonna? Oh, I was actually gonna recommend some films of his as well before y'all continue the circle. Give me just a second. He didn't do a whole lot, but I would definitely just dig into his whole filmography from '88 to 2016. Even though Gods of Egypt gets a lot of flack, this is a guy who he's dope as fuck. Spirits of the Air, The Crow obviously is amazing. I think that's a masterpiece film.
Rose master.
Me too.
Not even gonna lie, that's one of the few movies that's gotten me emotional.
There's only one Crow movie, yo.
Yeah, it's that one.
Exactly. We don't even talk about the rest.
Yeah, it's The Crow.
The Crow. But yeah, there was a scene in The Crow at the end. I'm not gonna give it away, but the protagonist sees another character, and that shit got me when the music swells and everything. This guy's a master at emotion, and he's not afraid to be real, raw, dark, and gritty. I love his shit.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah, Garage Days, I, Robot, 2009's Knowing, and Gods of Egypt. But
I like Gods of Egypt. I don't know why people hate on that.
I know why.
Yeah.
It's because of the.
Well, yeah. Nah, I hear you.
Yeah.
I hear you.
I never saw it though. I never saw it, but
Me neither.
I know why it was getting flack.
And I get why it was getting flack, to be completely honest, if we're gonna go there. But it's his film. I'm not gonna kill the guy's whole career because of one dumb movie.
Oh, yeah.
Or one movie that made some dumb choices, I should say.
Yeah.
But yeah, what was your other question though? It was something else you said.
Just like your overall feelings about this film.
Yeah, I mean, just generally speaking, this film, if you're a film lover, if you're someone who, if you're a cinephile, it's generally speaking, you gotta own Dark City, the director's cut. You just have to. It is literally like the modern blueprint for so many different films that were born around it and after it. So, Dark City, man, director's cut. Own it.
Own it.
Absolutely. Now, I'm gonna get out of order because I want Retro to close us out. Because I have a feeling that she's gonna kind of kill it. You know what I'm saying? So, Necron, you next.
That's a lot of pressure.
Under pressure.
No pressure. But look, Necron, how are you feeling about this film, right? And where it ranks among sci-fi films that were released around that time, and just what are your overall feelings about it?
Well, like to go circle back what Leon was saying about elites and pulling strings and all that. That definitely, when you're watching this movie, it raises that question: like, are we really living, and is this life really? Are we in control of this reality, or are we being pushed in? So it does bring up those questions in your head when you watch it. So, which I obviously think the director is trying to get you to do, low key. Not like Leon saying, it's not like the big fucking conspiracy theory movie, but it's cool that it kind of makes you think about those things. So that's what movies should do: make you think about things, not just totally forget them after you just watch them, so I can discuss it. But another thing, let's go in a different direction. Just the production value of this movie is so well done. I mean, you really believe, once it's revealed, God damn, this whole city's on an alien spaceship. It was wild, and it looks so cool and real, and the everything looks good. It's all practical effects, pretty much, not a lot of CGI. And then the CGI, like we were saying earlier, that they do use is top tier for that time. It's really good. That whole battle at the end, that's epic. When they're doing the psychic battle, and the rays and all that. To me, that stands the test of time. Like, that's right up there with any modern superhero movie showdown at the end of the movie. The way they're tearing apart everything, and the city's kind of just deconstructing and falling apart because the battle is so powerful between those two that it's pulling everything apart and floating in space. I love it, man. But I mean, you can't go wrong with a movie with Jennifer Connelly in the 90s in it. So that's my selling point. That's my. It's just great, cool actress. She was like the 90s queen back then, man. Rocketeer, and what was the other one? Career Opportunities. I'm all naming them all. That's not called. So yeah, I love it, man. I think it's a really cool movie. I'm glad you guys turned me on to it because I am a cinephile and I didn't even see this one. So how embarrassing.
Hey, it's all good. It is all good, right? Because that's why we're here, Necron. We're here to let each other know.
Ever.
No, that's like, oh, I got someone I can recommend to you guys in my movies, but we'll come to that another day.
Uh-oh. Now that's pressure.
Future watch-alongs, bro. Yo, correct me if I'm wrong, but was she the lady in Armageddon with Ben Affleck?
No, that isn't that.
You know who she is? She is. You know what she was in Maverick, dude.
That's what it was.
Tom
Maverick.
That's probably where you saw her recently.
Okay, I was like, where have I seen her recently? But that's for some reason I thought she was in Armageddon too. I can't rember.
No, you're thinking of Liv Tyler.
Liv Tyler. Okay.
Mama Bear.
It's been so long since I've seen that movie, Armageddon.
Before we go on, there is one more recommendation. Right? He actually did a movie that's in the Dark City universe. It came out in 2021. It's a 20-minute short film. It's called Mask of the Evil Apparition.
Wow.
So I think we got to follow that up at some point.
That'd be cool, yeah.
20-minute short film by my man Alex. So yeah,
I never heard of that.
Cool.
Yeah, it's in it just came out 2021. So that's dope that he's still tapping into that world.
Hell yeah.
Gosh, you think he could do like a Dark City 2 or something?
I was gonna say, like, had anybody heard of that on this panel? Because I had never heard of that.
That's how they start those short
Move that
films.
thing closer to a planet or something? Like, what do we do? What does he do?
The strangers
Like
come
the
back
new
to
Star
take
Wars.
it over. Yeah.
Well, he didn't kill the hand necessarily, did he?
No, and yes,
No.
he said the hand said he was dying, but
Yeah.
they never showed us. So
Their whole race was basically dying. They were going to die out if they didn't crack the code.
Yeah, let me read the premise.
It
says
maybe he starts looking in a different spot.
well,
Maybe.
yeah. What if the hand had cracked the code because he was the only one injected with those memories?
This says a young woman lost in a nocturnal dreamlike city with her twin psychic brothers who try to help her find her way home as she is pursued by a shadowy cult known as the Mysterious One.
Ooh.
Mask of the Evil Apparition.
Okay.
That was the best name that the hand could come up with after he's like, I can't do strangers anymore.
Right.
Yeah.
The Mysterious One.
He's like, I'm not the book. I'm not good with names, man.
Yeah. Proyas did take some heat for Gods of Egypt.
Yeah.
I only seen that once. Gods of Egypt.
I never saw it.
Me neither.
I wasn't really interested after I saw it.
Yeah, it wasn't great, but I didn't hate it. You know what I mean?
think I saw it like on cable.
I
But
saw.
when it's on, you're not like kind of like not really watching.
Yeah,
I was like,
yeah.
I'm good.
That's one of the few movies where they should have went woke with that. That would have saved his ass if he would have.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I
It
mean,
just
You
came
make,
out
you
at
make
a
a movie
bad
about some
time.
African gods. You gotta come with it.
Just like,
I also think, I mean, people got really pissed off when they saw the flat Earth in that movie. I never saw people more angry at a concept. I was like, well, he's not saying anything. It's just in the movie. But I know that that's actually a thing that Alex seems to have reoccurring in his movies, the flat Earth.
The flat Earth, yeah.
Yeah, obviously, yeah.
Yeah. That's very true. They do.
Oh, wait.
They do that
There
in
was
that
a-
movie.
there was a flat Earth thing in Gods of Egypt too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Mm.
it was beautiful. I loved it.
It was
'Cause
sick looking. Yeah.
It was like the Earth was like a flat, almost like a coin. So
Like,
at
yeah.
night, it had one side, and in the daytime, it had another side. It flipped.
Mm.
And
And you had a guy. Was it Osiris who was pulling it around the whole time?
yes.
He was the one who was moving it.
Incredible concepts. I loved it. I thought it was.
That's why I enjoyed it so much, because it was like, yeah, I understand where his decisions, but like, I'm a big Egypt guy, anyways. So the gods and all of their story about how the gods were created and what they do for the earth, I think he followed that really well and depicted that really well. So that's why I enjoyed it, because I was like, oh, the visual representation of the story that you know so well, he did it really, really, like, oh my, fantastically. Like you said, when you're watching that, you're just like, oh, okay, I understand why they would think this, but we all know that Egypt is like the one civilization that figured out the Earth was round, like them and the Greeks.
Yeah. And it's a fantasy, so
Right.
anything goes. I mean, can we have
Yeah,
a
you shouldn't apply the normal logics when you
No.
talk about movie with gods. and things.
It's
Especially the way
fun.
they started off and they like morph into like
Oh, I love
different
that
things.
part.
Yeah.
It looked too
wa-
cartoony for me. That's why I didn't want to see it.
Oh
To be
no,
completely honest.
it wasn't corny. In my eyes, like the way they did it, but I understand what people are saying now.
Look.
I didn't really look into it back then.
Sometimes, yeah, but sometimes too, the marketing can really throw a movie off.
Yeah.
True.
Just look at Edge of Tomorrow. That
Oh
like
my god, yeah.
the marketing for that movie was completely terrible, right? And they tried to make it seem like it was like some introspective kind of, like almost kind of futuristic war movie, and it's like that's not what it was. That's not what it was at all. And so, sometimes the marketing can really do a big disservice to a film, like the one we just watched. We were just pointing out earlier how it was kind of sold as a horror movie, and this was not a horror movie at all.
Yeah. No, it was just
Yeah.
It had some weird moments, but not horror. Nothing horrifying.
Like space sci-fi horror, kinda. Not the
It should have been sold as an indie thriller mystery.
Right?
the only way it'd be a horror movie is just because it makes you think.
Yeah.
Oh no, don't think.
Someone was just like, hey, those guys look like the Hellraisers guys. Let's
Yeah.
market it as Hellraiser.
They're flashing knives all the time. Oh
Yeah,
no.
right.
They got Pinhead's costume.
And they show this crazy looking little kid with a knife, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Austin, I want to go to you next. What are your overall feelings about the movie, and like, where are you kind of ranking it in sci-fi movies that are a bit older, right? Because I know you're a little younger, right?
I would say it's definitely my top 10. I haven't seen enough old sci-fi movies yet, so I don't want to rank it too high up, but I would give this movie the 9 out of 10. I think like there's nothing I really could find wrong with it. The cinematography was great for its age. It still stands the test of time. We were talking too. I really like practical effects. because sometimes the CGI just isn't done well, and you can tell when like a lot of times that'll take me out of a movie if I could tell that it's CGI. It's like, oh man, it wasn't done tastefully. And there's so many old movies that have CGI in them, and it doesn't take you out of it. You're like, oh, okay, that's just part of the movie. You know, it's not just you're not thinking in your head, oh, that was CGI. You just like, oh, okay, well that thing exploded or whatever happened. Like, so that's why this movie is, like I said, a 9 out of 10 for me. I only don't give it a 10 out of 10 just because, you know, I don't think I've watched the perfect movie necessarily yet. Except I have seen the perfect sequel in Top Gun Maverick, and that's for Super Pro Corey right there. But I think that the director did a great job of telling the story, of giving you the Easter eggs in the beginning, the themes of the film of, you know, we live in a circle, it's a fingerprint, everything's going round and round, you can't find Shell Beach, like everyone remembers the same thing, and that has a lot to do with the society that we live in now and have always lived in. We all have, it's the one thing that he said, and like I said it too, I'm glad he didn't, you gotta look here, and it didn't point to like his heart, or didn't say you gotta look in your heart. But that is the one thing that makes all of us individuals, is like, even if we have the same memories, we all perceive it differently, and we all see it in our own way, and nobody actually thinks the same way. We all have our own perspectives. That way we all think differently, even if we have the same memories and the same culture in the life that we live in. That's a really cool theme that I, you know, pulled from it. Yeah, we all have the same memories, but in a lot of ways, you know, with American culture, any culture, that we all know about World War II and the Cold War and all that going back then. And even now, like, we know about the Olympics happening, or the wars that are going on currently in the world, what movies are coming out. Like, we all know the same things, right? But we all perceive it differently because we all have our own singular individual heart. And that's one thing I also took from it. Like, yeah, you can create your own world if you concentrate hard enough. And that's like the cliche saying of, you know, you can do anything if you put your mind to it. And that's what he does. He creates his own utopia himself by working hard to not conform to anything that everyone is trying to tell him. He's like, have you thought about the past lately? How do you get to Show Beach? Like, he's questioning everything, and that's something that I do in my own life. So I thought that individuality about him is the key thing that brought him to his own salvation, you know, and that's what I think a lot of us have to do. We all have to be our own individuals and not think the same as everyone else, but also be able to see, like, he thought the doctor was his enemy at first, and he came around to realizing that, you know, he was helping him and he was teaching him, and that's part of the human existence, right? Like, a lot of times you think your enemies are your enemies, but they're not really. They're just giving you a lesson. And so this is what great art does. Art imitates life, and life imitates art. And
this is getting too close to home, Austin.
Nah, dude, it's the fingerprint on us all, man. And we're not going around in a maze.
I have a feeling I missed something.
Nah, dude, you didn't miss nothing.
Don't worry. I'll go back and check it out.
You did.
But did I get? Never mind.
No,
sorry.
you're good.
Continue.
If we
it's
are
like that Mortal Kombat tower, Leon, when you
Oh no, I feel you. I'm just wondering if it was a recent tower entrance.
No.
No.
Okay, never mind.
I'm just speaking fanatically, you know, with emphasis. But that's what I like about these type of films and these creators. They make you think, and they give you art, and that's all that I've ever wanted to. I just want to create dope shit, and see dope shit. And this is one of those. And you can see where, you know, everyone else who has seen this movie who's also a creator, got their own ideas, so to speak, to create their own thing. And that's sort of what the message is. Like, if you concentrate hard enough, you can create your own world. And that's what other creators have done after watching this, and that's what people have done, I hope, after watching this, just thinking about that. Like, yeah, concentrate hard enough, you can do it for yourself. You can be at Shell Beach, you know? And that is another theme in our next watch along, which will be Akira.
Wait, hold up. Is Austin dropping news on y'all? Yes, that will be the next watch along. Is Akira, man, getting ahead of himself. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, dude, you already know.
Hey, yeah, but look, that will be the next watch along. But look, I will give my thoughts real quick. Look, it's a fantastic film. I think the production was great. You can see the way that the sets look, they still hold up now. The costume design, the usage of the CGI, the pacing, cinematography. It's just a fantastic movie. And it really makes you ask yourself tough questions, which I always enjoy. Those are the types of films that I really love the most, because every time that I can watch it, I can get something different from it, right? I can notice more like little subtext or to certain angles that I might not have seen before. The performances by Rufus Sewell, Keifer Sutherland, Jennifer Connelly, William Hurt, was it Richard O'Brien? I believe his name is right.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, everybody really stood out and they really brought their A game. There's plenty of lines that I love, right? The no more inconsistencies in your behavior. Like, that's literally like a line that my entire family laughs about. Like, we all bring it up, right? You know, the whole, how uncomfortable we find all this moisture, like this is just like, they really gave Mr. Han a lot of great dialogue, and he really feasted on it. But and I love the whole shut it down forever. Like, it's just, I don't know, it's just always been a lot of lines that have kind of stuck out to me. How do you get to Shell Beach? It's just a classic movie, and I really enjoyed it quite a bit, and it is one of my favorite movies from that era. Not even just sci-fi movies, just the favorite movies, period, from the late 90s. So that's kind of where I was at with it. But I want to get now to our special guest of the evening, from the far reaches of the Milky Way galaxy, Retro Nerd Girl. What are your overall feelings about Dark City? And I know you super enjoy retro movies and older films. Where do you rank this in terms of sci-fi movies that were released around that time?
I really rank it pretty high. It's part of the best of the best. The best of the best. I think I have a special place in my heart for The Matrix, but I think it's still, just because I guess there's something in The Matrix that speaks to me a little bit more than this story does. But the thing that I really am in awe about this particular movie is the filmmaking. It's astounding. The details are the devil's in the details, or in the beginning of the movie, when Emmy goes to see the doctor, there's a little rat maze, and that rat maze is sort of a metaphor for the actual city that they're in, and the rat, they're in the rat race, right? And it's all just so like it's got all these metaphors and all of these little symbols that that mirror our own world. And the thing that I really like about this film is the whole concept of the aliens, and that they've come down to planet Earth at some point and abducted people, but they've also used dead bodies to kind of to puppeteer. And I don't know, it's like something about that feels real. I hate to say this, realistic, and kind of scary. It's like, oh my god,
creepy as hell.
Yeah.
and then it makes you feel like those days when you can't remember things, and you're like, oh, what about that thing I can't remember? And like, you wonder, is your memories, or are your memories really your memories, or are they a construct? So I have thoughts like that a lot, and so this movie kind of feeds into that kind of stuff.
Or like you have one of those weird deja vu moments, but you don't know why.
Yeah,
all the time. All the time.
Like, well,
I'll
why
look
do I feel deja vu? I don't. This is the first time this ever
Yeah.
happened.
and or like I'll meet somebody for the first time, and like I'm pretty certain I've met them before in another like life. And so yeah, this movie gives you a lot of nerd cookies, or thought cookies to crunch on. And
Food
do
for
I
thought.
yeah, yeah,
Food for thought.
yeah. So I love movies like this because I can go on and on about. I have a wild imagination, so this kind of feeds it in a way. Another movie that kind of reminds me of this one, where you kind of have this enclosed society, is Logan's Run, and that movie always scared
Classic.
it scared me so much.
Runner. Yeah. Sandmen. Those dudes were mean.
Oh yeah. I mean, just the thought of those ideas, they're really scary, and they're more scarier than someone coming after you with a knife, or some, Jason Voorhees. It's more of like, this could actually be a real thing.
Mhm.
So
Yep.
so yeah, that's what I like about it. Is it kind of gives you the creeps in a way, but it's something, because it's so wild and out there, and something that you think you might not actually be real, or might not actually happen. It's just a thought, or um, um, a theory. It kind of makes you feel safe, like, okay, well, I may be overthinking this, and this is not true, this is not real, it's just a movie. And so there is some safety in that. But I do like these kinds of movies. They're truly they really make you think a lot, and they make you think about your own environment and your own reality. So, when things are presented to you, you kind of question things a lot more when you're exposed to movies like this that kind of fool around with reality. So, yeah, that's basically all I have to say about this.
Absolutely. Leon, DC Talk is gonna kill me if I don't ask you this. He wants to know if you love
Ooh,
Equilibrium.
yeah.
I own Equilibrium, so yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I do. Yeah, that was another one that came out during that time period. It was kind of a baby of Dark City and the Matrix.
That was like 2000, right? Or 2001?
Something like that. I know it came out after the Matrix, and it was it felt a little low budget to a degree, but not at all bad. It could have been hacky. It was on the verge of it, but
Yeah, It was 2002. It's actually on my list. I didn't read off everything on my list.
Oh my! Why we didn't get the rest of the list, Retro? I thought we were gonna get the rest of the list.
If you can, I don't know if you typed it out on your phone. DM it to us if you can, because I'd like to see that list. Don't even be tripping. Don't even be shy. We're all geeks here, you know.
Yeah, I'll have to send it to. I'm gonna send it to you tomorrow.
Definitely.
I'll just DM you guys and send it to you. But yeah, that's one of the ones on my list.
Yeah, somebody else in the chat mentioned it too, and I agree. It's definitely in that realm. I was gonna say something off of what you said, Retro, when you mentioned the corpses, the corpse dead body feel. I feel you on that because, like, when I think of elitists, I always think of them as vampires and vampiric, and that they basically drain the life out of society to do their bidding. You know what I mean? And to touch on one more thing, that Jason analogy that you gave, the comparison of the entity coming at people with knives, you know, that played out slasher shit. Mm-hmm. Yeah, a society where you're chilling and you're thinking everything's cool, punching into your 9 to 5, not knowing that you're in some rat race, is, to me, I agree, is way scarier than some fucker with a knife. You know what I'm saying? Because to me, in all those movies, I'm the dude who has the large, you know, AK, you know, spraying that motherfucker down. Like, that's, who cares? Jason, oh my God, Michael, who cares? That's stupid. But some executive, elitist, presidential candidate type of motherfucker signing off a bunch of shit that you don't know about, potentially locking everybody in their homes, warping your reality, messing with your perspective, your perception, and your money, that's scary as fuck. So yeah, I agree.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, it's scary as fuck. It's crazy that all those movies, they came out at such an opportune time around the turn of the century. I remember, you know, I was a kid. I was 6 years old. No, I wasn't 6. 7 years old when I'm dating myself. When it was New Year's and it was 99 into 2000. And I remember being at, you know, a big New Year's party with my family and just waiting for the planes to start crashing and shit. Mm-hmm. Being that young, even so, and I should have known nothing about any of that, but I remember Y2K being so big, such a huge deal, and the ball dropped, and I was just looking around at all the adults. I'm like, is anyone freaking out?
That was one of the biggest successful psyops ever.
Yeah, dude.
How do I freak out society into thinking that
computers
with the press
aren't
of a
going to
button,
work the next day? They don't know how to reset. Yeah.
What is everybody going to do?
And that's when I realized at such a young age that you got to question everything that you're being told, because the one thing that pissed me off the most and being so young, you know, and you get answers a lot where people tell you because I said so, or it's happened, you know, it's just, that's the way it is. That's the way it is. It's always been this way. That's the way it's going to continue to be.
Don't question my authority.
Exactly. So after that happened, I just remember watching my elders, my parents, my family members, and being like, you guys aren't pissed off? That's all you guys were told? You guys are just going to joke about it all the time? Oh, hey, computer's working. Guess that was all a big farce, you know? And then everyone just keeps going about their day. I just remember being so mad. Like, why are we all just chill about this and making jokes? But they knew, and now I know, there's not a lot you can really do about it. So you just got to do what you can. And joking about a lot of this shit is the only thing you can do. But you need also people to shine it in your face and show you again that it is happening. And that people are controlling a lot of these moves. Even if it's just a beautiful, elaborate movie like this, it still gets you to question what's going on in your reality, because they can tell you this stuff is going to happen or get you into fear for whatever reason. I was 7 years old and I thought the world was going to fucking crash, basically.
They can try to tell you the Snyderverse ain't coming back, you know?
yeah. All of that.
All that. I mean, there's
Even though
like
it's back.
right. There's even a fucking. I listen to like ads now, more specifically that I get on YouTube or anywhere. If I see an ad that I can't skip, I'm like, all right, well, what's the messaging in this ad? And there's like a therapy ad, an online therapy ad, where if you need someone to go help to when the world is very much on fire, well, then go in this. I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa! Why did you say that? Why did you just
Why am
say
I being
that?
targeted for
What do
that?
you mean the world's on? Are you are you just saying it to say that, or are you trying to get people to actually think that it's on fire? So all that shit.
Here's something that I really picked up from this movie that that really corresponds with a lot of what you just said, and also a lot of the things that we've been experiencing, being Snyder fans, and just in general. In the story, instead of just having these human beings live out one life, every night at midnight they change something, and then they introduce weird characters, or all of a sudden you're a killer.
Wow.
So it's like creating all of these
where you're going,
distractions. You know what I mean? So that way people can't figure out what's going on. So you have all these distractions that you don't know what's going to change about the world, and then you can't do you can't change it. So you're just reside to just do exactly what they want you to do, which is when they come out, they tell you to sleep, right? They put everybody to sleep because people are too distracted with all of the new information they're always getting every night. So I thought that was very interesting. If you're a person who is absorbed with like too much news, that's another thing that I noticed. A lot of people who are absorbed with every single detail of the news, you can ask them, how do you feel? And they really don't know what to say. They usually just talk about what's on the news, but they never know what's going on inside themselves. So it's it's a very interesting kind of thing that I noticed about this movie that was like connected to the real world.
Hey, I'm picking up what you're putting down, Retro.
Wow.
You ain't got super chats on. We ain't got the collection plate. We in church.
Yeah, I was gonna say, wow,
Come on
dude,
now.
preach.
Unfortunately, our channel's not monetized. You know what I'm saying?
Damn, that's real shit though. That's absolutely.
She
real
said, "Look
shit.
within yourself for real."
Yeah.
They can expound. They can expound and regurgitate whatever nonsense they see on Twitter and all up on the news, on whatever side they on, left, right, up, down, whatever. Pontificate. and what's my favorite word? Spout soliloquies. They love that shit, boy. No, that's
so
what's
true.
up, Retro.
So true. I have my lady is a couple years younger than I am, and she's got that progressive mindset. And a lot of things that she says, I'll be like, well, do you actually think that, or are all the podcasts that you're listening to saying that? Like, what is your actual opinion? Because when you're scrolling TikTok all day and you're getting all of your information from social media and whatever, you sometimes don't know what your actual opinion is. You just have the opinion of so many other people, like you said. So you can watch news all day and not actually have a clarity of what the fuck's going on in the world.
Austin, you might be the best thing that ever happened to your lady, bro.
Yep.
I'm not even trying to clown. It's so many people that's like in the Matrix, and it's like, I'm not telling you who to vote for. I'm not telling you what to think. I'm just telling you to fucking think. Put down the phone.
Critically think about what you're seeing.
Just
absorb it.
Absolutely. Yeah. That was one of the greatest gifts that someone ever told me when I was younger. Is they said that I was an original human being, and to keep being original. And I didn't know what that meant at the time, but I kept thinking about it. I'm like, what does that mean? What does that mean? Well, just keep being you. Well, who am I? So you have to think about who you are constantly, and
then innovate off of that.
Yeah, exactly. And that's a lot of things where
I will have discussions with her, and I generalize people in a way, but to me, I'm generalizing them because they all think the same, because they all get their information the same way, and they don't think for themselves. Like, people get mad and offended when they're called sheeple, but there's some validity to that because they are not thinking for themselves. They're watching everyone else think for themselves and then taking their opinions. Like, oh, I like that person, I'm going to take that opinion because that opinion makes sense to me. They're not just questioning it. They're just sitting across from the dinner table, talking to their spouse about whatever was on the newscast that day. And that, man, she just preached so hard and hit a real chord for me in my daily life, because I do that all the time. I try to ask, even in this younger generation, if you're watching this right now, just think, do you actually believe in what you think you believe, or were you told to believe that?
One of the best things they ever got people to fall for is to identify as either a Democrat or a Republican.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And
yeah,
now you can get them to go head to head and fight all the time, because that's their identity is so part based on that.
I'm gonna add one more thing to that. I said this in a stream a while ago with Sky. Basically, I was saying that I think it was during the one with Peely. Shout out to Peely. Shout out to Watchmen. But yeah, basically I said the biggest trick that the elitists pulled in modern society was they got us to stop coming after them and going after each other.
Yep.
They made themselves the heroes, and they made everybody put up all their little flags of representation and all their little pronouns of representation and all their little black squares and all their little acronyms. And now we turn against each other if we don't represent those flags and acronyms 24/7. Yeah, it's a big mind fuck.
Well, the other thing about this movie that really is tying it back to kind of what we're talking about, this concept of identity and the concept of self. It's almost like the movie's asking a question as like, who are we, or who are you, or who am I? Because we keep seeing the spirals, which are connected with the spiral on your fingerprint, and also, like, there are so many clocks too, so there has something to do with time and identity. And I always thought, like, especially at the end where he says you're looking in the wrong place, and he does say, he points at the head, but actually I thought not just the heart but the soul, which is what they are looking for.
Yep.
Right. Yeah.
In order to live longer. I'm not sure how that works, but in order to live longer, they need the soul, but you can't find it in the
mind.
logical mind. And so I always just thought, like, this is another exploration, another movie that explores identity. Who are we? Do our thoughts make up our mind? Do our memories make up who we are? And we all have a way of looking at our memories differently sometimes. Like, there are some memories where I will look at them and I'll be really angry and upset. And then other times I'm like, oh no, that made me a stronger person. And so it's like, either, like, which one is it? It changes all the time. So, and I would say, like, maybe for all of us, we're changing a little bit every day.
It's almost illogical, and that's what makes it logical, if you can kind of grasp that. Because there's no logic to sometimes your reactions and how you feel. And so a program has a hard time grasping that, because that's the X factor that makes us human, is we're kind, like Mr. Spock says, we're illogical. So
unpredictable.
It's hard to predict that,
Yeah, and I get where it's the identity of, like, who we are in ourselves, but, like, also what makes us us. Is it the memories? Is it the people that we have around us? Is it them telling our story? Is it our version of that story? You know, what is it? To me, it's everything in one. And another identity part of that, though, is like, it's the movie showing you and asking you what makes us human. And I think that's kind of beautiful in a way where he doesn't say, and we are all expecting him to, because we've seen so many bad, cheesy movies, but he doesn't say where to look. He just says it's not here. So that's just goes to go, where is it? You know, and it's different for everybody, I think, where the soul might be. And to another ironic part is what is a dead body? Well, yeah, it's a lifeless body, but usually the soul has left the body.
Parted.
Yeah.
And they're trying to puppeteer these dead bodies around in soulless bodies. And I can only imagine what it feels like to be a life form in another life form's body that, the soul has left. It's got to be crazy to think about, and then think about people who might be around us like that. If there are those people living in a shell of themselves, so to speak, if that makes sense. And why they look the way they do. And that, like you said, though, we're all changing. So you have the opportunity to be on a different part of that spiral at any point in time. And at the end of it all, what is the spiral bringing you to? The center of who you are. And hopefully we can all find that.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. Also, I wanted to add the spiral is almost representing the fact that they're kind of doing a restart almost all the time. The center part is like the beginning, the 12 midnight, and kind of like they keep going in the spiral over and over again. And I think that's why we keep seeing that represented all over the film.
Yeah. Beware the reset.
Beware the reset.
Yeah.
Thinking in circles.
When they first do the tuning as well, when it comes out of the world, the world comes out of the face, and then the city comes out of that. It comes out in a spiral motion. Mm-hmm. So again, the perspective thought about this, right? What I just said, the spiral we're all going in, but for them, they created the spiral, so it all came out from the middle. So it all depends on your perspective, and that this life in general. Your life can be at the beginning or at the end based on your perspective of it. And so great movies do this. They give you all these metaphors all over the place, and you can take from it what you will if you just look at it a different way.
Yeah.
Just look at the conversations that this movie has brought up, right? And the questions that, have been asked on the panel. I think it just really goes to show the level of quality filmmaking that was.
That's what a good movie should do, man.
Yeah, it should. Yeah, a good movie should always have you ask questions of yourself and just think. For crying out loud. I don't want to watch a movie that's like, oh, you're out of the movie theater and you're so bombarded by everything that you saw and nothing ties into anything. It really doesn't mean anything. You talk to the director, it's like, oh no, this was just, this is just a movie. This is not just a movie. This is 2 hours of my life I'm never gonna get back. So you better impress me with something meaty and juicy for that might change my life.
Exactly. I'll destroy your mythology in a minute, baby.
Oh man,
your mythos.
He destroyed his career, bro.
Mythos in a minute, baby.
He destroyed his career. That's what he did.
He sounded like Austin Powers when he said that shit, right?
Bye bye.
Hey, but look, I want to kind of go around and get everybody's final thoughts because this has been like a fantastic conversation.
Amazing.
First, I want to start with Leon. What's your final thoughts before we get out of here? And is there anything that you got coming up that you want to let people know about? So.
Let me start with the shit coming up. Not really. Not really. Same thing I've been saying, pretty much. You'll see. It'll come out. It'll happen.
All right.
It'll happen. Subscribe to the New Geeks. Holler at me on Twitter.
Facts.
Et cetera, et cetera.
Y'all get him to 100 subs. You know what I'm saying? Drop a link in the chat if you can. Get him to 100 subs, because once everybody at the cool table got 100 subs, we got something special coming for y'all. So,
Yep.
Yes. Get this man a suit. Ain't that what All right.
Straight up. So that was the plug of that, right? So, but my thoughts on the film and everything overall, and everybody's words. I think overall, like, we touched on a lot in our kind of assessment of the movie and where we rank it, and had a great deep dive. I think, like, if anybody can take away anything from this whole conversation, is that we just want everybody to think, think beyond your echo chamber.
Whatever,
you know what I mean?
Echo chamber you wander in.
Yeah, it could be political, it could be religious, it could be none of them. It could be you're just a big lover of Harry Potter and all you do is read fantasy books. Like, put the book down, go look at something else, go read another book.
Mama Bear, she hooked you up.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Appreciate it, Mads. Thank you very much. And I'd even like to say this to Zack Snyder fans, me being one of them, us all being Zack Snyder fans. Take the movie out of cycle. I mean, Jesus Christ, there's other films out there. If anything, Zack Snyder's films have taught us that if you have a palette full of different films, different genres, different appreciation for art, you can get a director like a Zack Snyder or an Alex Proyas. Go look at other things in life. Look at art, look at literature. Just get out of your same humdrum reality of following the flow of the Matrix. Wake up one step at a time and do something new.
Go to a different restaurant. Go to a different place. Just try something different. You might be surprised.
Absorb a different piece of entertainment that's, maybe a French film. Where's a French film I can recommend? Oh, God.
Run, Lola, Run.
That's one. What's old girl from Amelia? She was in a film where she played like this. She played a chick who was kind of like always after the player type, and then she fell in love with this bellhop. Great fucking film, man. Just indulge some shit, man, and live your life and know that life is beautiful, but also know that shit out there is trying to manipulate you, and be aware of it. Safeguard your family, safeguard your belongings, safeguard your future. And it's not to scare you, it's just to wake you up and to realize that at the end of the day, like, everybody's so caught up in being angry every time they get online. And I don't think there's too much happiness. There's not enough happiness out there, man. There's a lot of shit to be happy for. And once you realize that, that really makes you wake up and want to protect everything that's yours. So, yeah, that's all I got.
Absolutely. Much love to you, Leon. Coming through in the clutch. You know what I'm saying? Right?
Word.
All right, next, I want to go to Necron. I want your final thoughts on just everything tonight. We did that rap record stream last night, right? That was super dope.
That was sick. That was funner than expected, dude. That went over well, man.
Was super dope. And so
I listened to Afro Man today and I was laughing my ass off.
Yes, dude.
Hey, I told you, right? That album is fucking hilarious, bro. I told you. But
Afro Man is dope.
This is funny stuff. That's a good time right there.
Yeah, we put him on to that last night.
That's what's up.
But yeah, also, what do you have coming up?
I'm gonna do probably another record show. We'll be back to metal stuff and all that, whatever. What else? Oh, Man, I'm trying to. It's so hard to get people together, but I'm gonna do a round table with some of my buddies, and we're gonna do a 3-movie animated round table: Heavy Metal, Fire and Ice, and the Spine. Oh, what's this one called? The new one, the Spine. I got it over here. Spine of Night. I just got it, which is a modern movie, kind of based on not based on, but in the style of like heavy metal and all that stuff from the day.
Oh wow,
like
that
retro,
sounds very cool.
Yeah, it's like a retro movie for sure.
I love heavy metal. I love that fucking movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you love heavy metal, you'll like Spine of Night. It's not as comical or anything, but you can tell by the animation and what they're going for. It's influenced in there for sure. And I was saying this is really off subject. You're gonna thank me if you go and do it. Go and watch them damn new Beavis and Butthead episodes on Paramount. They are hilarious. Hilarious. Mike Judge is hitting it out of the park, dude. He got them in the situation. You guys were talking about virtual reality. Well, these knuckleheads were walking by a virtual reality store. I'm not gonna give away the whole plot. And he's like, yeah, these glasses are virtuality. And they're like, oh, you know how they are. But they go and grab just the regular sunglasses and put them on and think they're in a virtuality game. So they go around in the mall fucking up shit and trying to carjack. Anyway, you can take me off solo. There is hilarious shit going on in those new ones. I didn't think they'd be as good as they are, but they're really funny. That's it, dude. That's all I got for you.
All right. Much love to the Lord Necron. Hey, y'all getting some subs tonight. That is why.
Thank you.
It is all good. All right, Austin.
Thank you very much.
Austin, real quick, what's your final thoughts on just all this and the whole movie and panel tonight? And what do you have coming up?
Final thoughts on the movie. Love the movie. Sorry to the people who were watching the Discord. We got to figure that out so it's not lagging next time. We will get that figured out because coming up, we have the Cowboy Bebop streams where we're going to stream the entire season and go over and deep dive in them on Leon's channel. So we have some content coming up with and getting deep into these and going over and combing through this content and making you question reality, but also see reality where it can be and might be in the future and where we came from in the past. Cowboy Bebop is one of those things that it blends the future, the past, and where we are right now. And it makes you think of, what could we get there? Could we get there? Could this be possible? So that alone is one of my favorite things I've been looking forward to since we started this thing. Is like, oh man, we got to put more people on the Bebop, because if they like Snyder, they're gonna like Bebop. If you guys like this stuff, you'll like Bebop. And it's not necessarily virtual reality, but it's one of those things where there's a secret entity controlling stuff and making moves, and there's a guy who's fighting against it. So it's one of those classic things, we're always going up against a bigger organization than us. But if we stick together and we stay true to who we are, I'm going to die trying, basically fighting against anyone who's going to go against us in any sort of way, because that's who we are at the core of this. We're good people and we love each other and we want to see each other do well. And anyone who's going to come in between that is going to catch some shit. That's how I feel about this movie. That's how that made me feel. Put your mind to something, you can make it happen. And I couldn't thank you guys enough for your insight onto everything as well. You made me think even more onto this movie. And that's why I love the Cool Table. And I love Retro Nerd Girl for putting us on to these movies and helping us see these movies with a magnifying glass. For sure. And we need more retro reviews. So I'll be looking forward to those. I know it takes time because they're so in depth, but we definitely look forward to those.
Oh yeah, they're coming.
All right.
Sure.
Yeah.
For sure. I want to say Much love to Austin. Appreciate you coming through and for you setting up all that Discord stuff, man, and trying to run that. And yeah, we're gonna get it together. We're gonna get it together, you know. Look, I wanna touch on some things because I want Retro Nerd Girl to kind of take us out. Just real quick. It was so much fun being up here with you guys tonight. It was so great watching this movie and just kind of nerding out and just really talking about all this stuff. So I appreciate all you guys. I appreciate you guys in the chat showing up, yo, and just really sticking with it. And yeah, we will get that Discord stuff worked out in the future. So much love to y'all. Just be on the lookout for more stuff from the Cool Table and from myself, right? That's my little portion. But finally, Retro Nerd Girl, I would like you to kind of take us out. What are your final thoughts on the night in general? And you know, I just saw your Obi-Wan breakdown, which was fantastic. Watched it from start to finish, entire thing, right? Yeah, so yeah, that is fantastic. Go check that out right now if you haven't already. It is super dope, super in-depth, just like everything else that she does. So Retro, what do you got coming up, and what are your final thoughts on the night?
Well, Ken, I want to thank you for inviting me. What a great movie. I'm in such great company. Love all of you guys on the panel for the Cool Table. It's always been awesome to watch your shows and spend time with you. It's just really awesome. What do I have coming? Well, I can't really talk about what I have coming up next, but I do have a lot more reviews coming up. So within the next week, I'll have another movie review, an old movie, of course, one that I'm editing right now. So yeah, that's pretty much all I could say about it. But yes, and thank you so much for watching my Obi-Wan review.
I just dropped the link in the chat to the Obi-Wan review. Super dope. You know.
Thank you. Thank you so much. It is an hour. I'm sorry that it was that long, but once I started to dive into it, I just had so much fun with it. And I have been I've been having some trouble loving Star Wars for the last couple of years, but then this kind of pulled me back in a little bit. So I was happy to kind of talk about my feelings about that too. So yeah,
that's awesome. Kind of gave you as fans, you want to love something. So
yeah,
when you aren't given a reason to love it, and you're given reasons to not like something that you've loved so long, when you finally get the reason to love it again, all of that pent up energy just has to come out. So I don't blame you for the hour review at all. Loved it, honestly. So, and there's so many things that when you listen to your breakdowns, you're like, man, how did I not catch that? How did I not catch that? You always need the magnifying glasses for real.
Oh, like her analysis on Reva was actually super spot on, and I was
thank you.
Yeah, I was kind of already feeling that, some ways in which she felt in comparison with Reba, but I didn't. There was a few angles that you brought up that I hadn't even considered, and I was like, "Wow, that's actually really dope."
Yeah,
so,
that's why I love this shit, man. Because people can give you those other perspectives, and they help you see it that way. Because a lot of ways, all we can see is what we see, and all we know is what we know. So if we don't have someone visually or thought provoking give us that story, we can't connect those dots, we can't draw the line. So when she presents the dot, we're able to draw the line with her. Well, okay, right.
People should hire you though to do reviews because you give them so much more credit for what they make. A lot of times too, I think with people who are like you, you find things, and my English teacher used to be this way all the time. She'd read a book and you get all these details that the author didn't actually put in the book. And you're like, man, you're making this shit up at this point. but you have to have somebody with that depth of knowledge to show you that shit. So yeah, thank you for that, and we're looking forward to the next one and all of the other ones coming in the future.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I mean, there are some times when I'm like, yeah, I know that I'm coming out with a theory on this one, but just bear with me because sometimes the best movies are the ones that don't fill in the blanks for you, like we talked about earlier, and so
Yes.
you can fill it in with your own stuff, and that's some of the like best filmmakers, they always leave out a little something, but what they do is that they make sure they satisfy you as far as giving you an answer to the main questions. Like they don't leave you hanging, but they do leave room for more imagination.
Yes. Yep. And everyone has their own, so everyone gets their own version of it. So yeah, absolutely. I remember as a kid thinking about after finishing a game, right? My brother and I would talk about, well, what are they going to do for the next game? What could they do for the next game? And as little kids, you're just speculating the whole time. But I would come up with things like, well, they could do this, they could do that. And my brother, who was older than me, would be like, dude, they should do that. They should do what you just said. But yeah, I know exactly what you mean. The imagination gets to play with great filmmakers,
Yeah.
Absolutely, yo. This has been one of my favorite streams, yo. This was super dope, and I want to thank this great panel for coming through, man, and for really spending your time with us. Leon, Necron, Austin, Retro, the entire chat. Much love to you guys. Y'all really showed out. So from us to you, thanks for coming through, and we'll get at y'all next time. All right, peace.
Peace.